So for YouTube videos and content where I present directly to camera, I've just got this Viltrox 23mm f1.4 lens. And if you want to know if it's any good, I'll get straight to the point because I respect your time like that. So, yes it is. In fact, it's awesome and cheap. Now, if you want a more in-depth opinion on what's good about it, what's not so good, or why I bought it, here's why. So, I'm looking for a new lens for my Sony camera, and normally I'm shooting at either 30mm, which is like pretty much of the time, and sometimes, not as often, I'm at 60mm, which is actually what most people on YouTube use. The Sigma f1.4 16mm, it's gotta be the most widely used lens for YouTubers. With a 16mm lens, you can see so much more of your background, and the camera's only like 28 inches away. But I like to boom my mic, so it's not in the shot, and that's another reason I like the 30mm lens. So up until now, the 30mm has been like my preferred lens. I like the up close and personal, more friendly, feels like we know each other. Anyway, I got thinking, and I thought, you know what, an halfway between the 30 and the 16mm, that'd be something I'd like to try. Something like maybe 24mm, that'd be really nice. So I jumped over to Amazon and I searched for a 24mm lens that had a large aperture. Now, a large aperture, it lets in more light, in case you don't know. Makes it so much easier to get the right look. Anyway, I found a lens and then I saw the price and I'm like, oh my God. And I can just hear my wife now.
How much more camera stuff do you need?
Anyway, I'm just about to hit the buy button and get weeks of grief off Mrs. Sweeney. And then, in the corner of my eye, I see this lens, a Viltrox f1.4 23mm, for like a fraction of the price. So I thought, heck, for that price, you know what? I'll give it a go. In fact, I can just hear the wife now.
Oh, Andrew, you're so marvellous saving all this money.
So I ordered it from Amazon, waited for it to arrive, and here it is. And when I unpacked it, I was shocked. I realised that this is like one of those rare occasions when you buy something cheap, expect it to be crap, and it actually turns out to be, well, really well made. I even double checked the box to make sure like they hadn't sent me the wrong one. But no, this is the puppy that I ordered. And when I looked at it, it's all metal, no plastic at all. Even the lens hood, that's metal. And here on the base, and if I just switch cameras, you see that? You see that here? It's even got a little USB port so you can update firmware and all that. Oh, and I like this. Here on the body, you see this? This is how you adjust your aperture. Actually, I really like that idea. The only downside is, well, the build, it's not weather sealed. I mean, it's not really a big deal for me inside my studio. So, for build quality, I'd still give this Viltrox lens 5 stars. But the big question, is the video quality any good? What's the autofocus like? All important questions. Well, why don't we find out? I'll just switch cameras. So, this is what the lens looks like. Now, of course, you can see more of my background. That's the difference with using a wider lens. Now, if I was using this lens permanently, I'd make some adjustments so my studio doesn't look so much of a mess, but that's by the by. First, and this is with all Sony cameras, I think the acid test with a Sony camera is the really fast autofocusing. That's why I like them. So if I just hold this up, bam, look at that. And again, bam. I mean, that's fast. Maybe not quite as fast as the Sony lenses that I have, but it's not much in it. It's close. So of course, all this is pointless if the quality of the video is crap if the image is soft when it's on a really low f-stop. I'm going to crank it all the way down to f1.4, and in order to compensate for such a low f-stop, I've had to turn the ISO all the way down too. But I think it's sharpish. Maybe not quite as sharp as some of the Sony lenses I've got, but not far off. So it's usable all the way down to f1.4. But frankly, I don't normally go that low. I'm normally shooting at f1.8 anyway. So I'll bump it back up to f1.8 and we'll see what that's like. And because I've reduced the f-stop to f1.8, I'll just increase the ISO a little bit to compensate. About 200, that should be fine. So there we go, we're now back at f1.8. Now I think, for the money, if you're a coach, content creator, you create videos for YouTube, you're gonna be very happy with this lens. And that's what this review is for. Now, no, it ain't the best lens in the world for video, but for the price and the application, I'm glad I bought it. But when it comes to lenses for filming yourself direct to camera, there's a few things that you should know. And that's why I created this video, which you should watch next. Anyway, hope that helps. Until next time, bye for now.